Hey, it's Michael with the Black Belt Project. In this video, I wanted to show you how to start breaking down larger tasks into a more specific set of instructions for your perfect day checklist. And I'm going to kind of show you how to do it. And then in the next video, I'm going to show you, you know, walk you through me doing it for one specific task on my checklist, so you can get a better idea of how that works. So today, in this video here, what I want to kind of do is just kind of break down how to kind of go through that process. So what I do when I'm starting to kind of figure out my perfect day checklist is I just kind of go through and I kind of write down the things I want to do. But then once I see those things on my list, some of them they're not just one action, they're a set or a collection of actions. So what I end up doing is I just kind of take a yellow pad, which you've probably seen me have, and then I just grab my pen, and then as I'm doing that set of that task, I just kind of write down every step involved, and then once I get done with that, then I put it on my checklist. So I think it's helpful to kind of break things down completely for a couple reasons. One, then you can kind of get everything out of your head. I mean, everything. Sometimes people think that you're just remembering stuff, like, you got an appointment here or a phone number there. Just kind of remembering all that stuff just kind of clogs up your mind and you can't think very clearly. But I think it also goes for all the little tiny tasks that we do that we know we do that we don't necessarily, think we have to store in memory. So I'm an advocate of like downloading everything and putting on to paper. And the other reason is once you have that set of instructions down, then you can start thinking about, is this the ideal way to do this? And is this the most efficient way? Is it the fastest way? Because eventually what we're going to do is kind of go through there and figure out, okay, what can we, move around? How can we get this thing done as quickly as possible so we're not sitting around worrying about our checklist all the time? We can just spend it doing other things. So when I think in terms of making kind of a checklist for myself for a specific task that might be a collection of actions, a collection of tasks, what I like to do is try and think in terms, if I had to tell somebody else how to do it, what would I want them to do? And then that way, if ever I want to delegate something like that, I can do that. And not only that, if you have a larger set of tasks that comprise one big task, then you can kind of have more points to kind of put your mental strength bar at. So, maybe I can do this particular task, like work out, and maybe I can only do the aerobic part, but I can't do the weight training. Or maybe I can only get through so much of my email routine, and then I can't get the rest of it. So it gives us a point where we can put our mental strength bar at a spot where if we want to kind of increase our mental strength by just a little bit extra, then um, it's not such a big deal to kind of push ourselves just to do a little bit more. And then after we get all these tasks organized, and then the most, everything out, every single step, and then in the most efficient manner possible, and we do it as efficiently as we can, as quickly as we can to get done with it, where that mental strength bar is, I'm going to call that getting that part of our life to black belt. So we're going to kind of move black belt down our perfect day checklist, and as we do, we're going to kind of iron out every single step, everything that we want to put in there, so that this is where our life mental strength bar is, but it's also where we have our life kind of to black belt. So I hope that makes sense. So what I'm going to do in the next video is I'm going to take a task that's kind of a larger set of tasks and kind of walk through the process of what I do. So it'll be kind of boring, but you'll kind of see, what I'm getting at and how that's going to work. So as far as my own personal black belt project, I did add another task to my list. I put the checklist down in the description there if you want a link to it. The thing that I added today was just to kind of check my voicemail and clear that out. So here's to mastering our lives one step at a time, and I'll see you in the next video. And eventually I'll put some of these instructions in an audio CD, and when I do that, I'll put a link up there in the corner somewhere. So have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.